Hello, welcome to Salt and Light Canning. I'm Jessica, and this is my kitchen. I have kind of a lot going on, but I wanted to get some pasta sauce started, and I've been thinking about how can I make this canning a little bit more passive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my tomatoes in my roaster, and they're completely frozen. I'm going to put them in my roaster, and I'm just going to let them go overnight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to finish my sauce. This is, well, it's always what we do. I always end up freezing my tomatoes just because I don't have time during the harvest to can them. So we can't wait during the harvest. We do the tomatoes later. So they get frozen, and then we turn them into sauce afterwards. Oh, run away. Anyway, I'm going to get these in the pot, and I'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to let my tomatoes simmer on about 200 or so, 250 overnight, and they're going to cook down, and then tomorrow I'll turn them into sauce. So I'll see you again in the morning. Well, we're back. Our tomatoes and zucchini have cooked, well, more than overnight. It's the afternoon. And I'm going to put them through my food mill to help make my sauce smooth. If you don't have a food mill, I've also just used an immersion blender. Please use what you have or what you like to use, okay? This is what I have. This is what I'm going to use. And I'm just going to ladle my tomatoes into the food mill. And then we just turn it. And this will remove any chunks that I don't want in my food. This is going to take me a bit. I'll be back when I'm doing something else. Well, I have all of my sauce has gone through the food mill, and I'm going to add some tomato paste to help it thicken up. You don't have to do this. You can just let your sauce cook down if that's what you want to do. And I am going to let mine cook down because, quite frankly, there is no substitute for slow cooking your sauce and letting all the flavors come together. That's what makes it taste delicious. And there's no substitute for that. So, while I am adding tomato paste to help it thicken some, I'm still going to let it cook down. And it's going to be delicious. Now, I'm going to cut up a couple of onions and put in there, and then I'm going to add some seasoning. Now, to my sauce, I'm going to add some seasoning. First thing I'm going to add is some Italian seasoning, and I don't know that I'm going to measure a whole lot, so I tend to be pretty heavy-handed with seasoning. Please add the amount of seasoning that you like in your food. If I had to guess, I would say that's probably about 6 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. I'm also going to add some basil. Probably about 2 tablespoons. And of course, as we go, we're going to taste our sauce, and if we need to add something, we'll add it, and it's just going to be great, okay? Don't get too hung up in whether or not you have exactly 6 tablespoons of Italian seasoning in your sauce. Trust me, it's all going to work out. I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of granulated garlic. You add what you want. I happen to like this barbecue seasoning, so I put it in a lot of things, including my pasta sauce. So I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of that. I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of black pepper. I'm going to add Oh, probably about 4 tablespoons of dehydrated peppers, because I don't have any fresh peppers to put in my sauce. Also gonna add some of these dehydrated onions. That's probably about 1.5 cups. Then I'm gonna add some of this minced garlic. I'll do 4 tablespoons or so. And I'm also gonna add some of this W sauce stuff that I can't pronounce. That's probably about 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup. Anyway, I'm gonna get this all mixed up, get my mess cleaned up, and then I'm just gonna let it simmer and cook until I think it's ready. So probably a couple hours. I want it to cook down. I want all the flavors to marry together, and that's what makes a wonderful and delicious sauce. So I'll be back when I'm doing something else. So I am filling jars. It's been a couple hours. I did add some more tomato paste to help it thicken up, and I did add a couple tablespoons of brown sugar just to cut the acid. But this is just delicious sauce. Absolutely nothing compares to sauce that you make yourself. And we plan on having pasta for dinner tonight. And it's going to be just wonderful. So fill your jars to 1 inch of headspace. And because this is tomatoes, don't go over 1 inch of headspace. Be very, very careful. Debubble really well. Do everything you can to ensure that your jars are going to seal. I'm going to wipe the rim of my jar really, really well. Get a flat and a ring, and just to finger tight. That's just beautiful. That is just beautiful sauce. I'm going to keep filling jars. I'll be back when I'm doing something else. Well, my canner is full. There are 7 quarts in my 16-quart Presto pressure canner. I love this canner, especially when I'm just doing quarts. And my water's hot because my jars are hot. All the things, everything matches the same temperature. I'm going to be very careful to bring this up to temperature slowly and bring it down slowly. So I have my stove just turned on. It's about just a little over medium. And now I'm going to put my lid on. And we're going to let this come up to temperature. We're going to let it vent out of this vent right here for 10 minutes. And then I will put my weight on and bring it up to 15 pounds of pressure. I'm going to pressure can at 15 pounds of pressure for 35 minutes. And I'll be back when I'm doing something else. So my timer went off and I turned everything off, and I just let everything happen really, really slowly and carefully. And now we're going to take them out. Well, I hope this helped you. I hope it blessed you. Whatever you're doing canning, just don't be afraid to try. It's awesome to be able to make delicious meals for your family from what you have grown. It's just amazing. I'm amazed every time. And I'm so thankful to God for allowing me to do so. But anyways, be so blessed. Know that you're loved. And be a blessing to someone else. I'll see you in the next video.